I want to ask a couple things, and if this is insensitive or offensive, you just tell me to shut up. But I'm going to ask it. The Hamas person who killed your niece, if he hadn't been killed, should he have gone to jail?
He's dead. He killed himself.
If he hadn't been, I'm saying, like, would you want to see him persecuted?
No. We have to separate, and I've been asked this by Israeli media too. Don't worry, you're not the first one. You're not the first one to bring this up. We have to realize there are two issues here. There's a personal issue, which is, and it's so horrific and painful that words will never do it justice. But there's a larger issue here. The fact that 3 young men got up one day, decided to take their own lives and take the lives of other civilians who happen to be walking down the street is a result of what the Zionists and the state of Israel has done to these people and their families going back almost 8 decades. If we want to prosecute somebody, we need to prosecute the people who put them in that position.
You and I agree.
That is the issue.
Let me tell you something that you and I agree on. You and I agree that there's a hierarchy of causality in the world, right? So if there is a people that is oppressed and those people do a bad thing and we want to solve the bigger problem here, hierarchically and causally, we should go to the cause of the problem. Right. And so you and I are in total agreement that just logically speaking, it's
so we agree that the state of Israel has no legitimacy.
Wait, hold on.
That it's a criminal state that has no legitimacy.
But hold on. So logically speaking, the cause of the problem is always the most important part of the problem. That being said, downstream from the cause, if someone does something wrong, I still attribute agency to that human being because they have consciousness.
True.
And so I might say, you know what, they were abused as a kid, and so now they're a drug addict, and maybe they're a drug addict because they're abused as a kid. So let me not judge them too harshly. I can understand how someone's past experiences can form how they are.
I'm not going to judge Palestinians. I said this to you already.
I give people agency. If someone's abused, if I'm raped, if my father raped me as a kid and I go out and rape someone, I'm not allowed to rape someone.
I get your point.
Thank you. Just get my point.
But I get your point. But I get your point, but here's the thing: our perspective has got to be, I believe, and my conscience leads me to believe this, that when we see this horrific war that has been perpetrated against the Palestinian people for almost 8 decades by a state that calls itself a Jewish state, which I think is an absolute travesty, but never mind that, then we need to do absolutely everything we can to condemn it and end it.
And hold people individually responsible if they murder someone. The guy who killed your niece should have gone to jail.
I will not condemn Palestinians for their resistance period.
Will you condemn a different oppressed people?
I will not condemn Palestinians.
If Native Americans, if someone, a Native American, murdered an American,
that's not the important right now.